If one man hurt you and now no one else get access to your heart, then this one man may still be controlling your life. That hit hard when I realized that. And before we're going to get deeper into this episode, let's land by taking 3 conscious breaths together. Wherever you are, if you're doing the dishes while you're listening or if you're watching, take the time to connect deeper with self. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and we're going to exhale through a sigh out of the mouth. Breath in through the nose and release. I'm going to take another one. Breath in through the nose and release. And we're going to do one more and give yourself full permission to soften your jaw, soften your shoulders, move, close your eyes, become as noisy as you desire, whatever feels right to you. Breath in through the nose and release. How are you feeling? I love this shift. Specifically because I always get these tingles and the tickles through my whole body. Today's episode is inspired by my little finger because I hurt myself this morning lifting weights. I love weightlifting. And when I put my weights away, I really ditched my little finger. It's still hurting. And then I realized everything comes with a risk. I love weightlifting. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel radiant and regulated and deliciously turned on. Yes, it does. But it can also hurt. And that just reminded me of how everything in life, love and motherhood, relationships, business, life in general, it all comes with risk. But it can also be so beautiful, so nourishing, so good for oneself. And that a bad experience like this, pain, hurt, shouldn't stop us from experiencing the good, shouldn't stop us from actually pursuing and going for what we truly desire. And that then was very aligned with what is recently going on around these topics about there's so much hurt out in this world, and specifically also at the moment topics around how men have been hurting women, but also there are women out who hurt men. And what I just want to remind you all is only because we hear these stories mean we need to put everybody in the same box. Not everybody is the same. There are good men out there. There are good women out there. And that bad experiences shouldn't actually stop us from experiencing what life is all about. As you might have known, I've been through DV. And when I left the DV marriage, after that, I shortly met someone else, and that person kind of has shown similar traits. It was very, very closely after I've left the DV marriage. I wasn't any close to deeper in love with myself or healing or anything like that. And quickly I just met someone who was just, love bombing me once again, to the point where I then eventually realized, whoa, hang on a sec, what's happening here? This is like very similar to what I've just been through and left. I'm not going to get back into that. So I basically then quickly stopped that, got out of it before I got too deep into it. And I think that was a moment where I just got really scared of like, oh my God, I almost ended up in the same situation. I can't trust myself. Like, this is not working. I just need to not date, not meet men, not get into a relationship. And really, I put up the walls. I really armored myself. And that was good to a degree, because that is the nervous system of protecting me, protecting us after we've been hurt, going into a survival state. And specifically in here, it was the high functioning, high achieving, hyper independent, the one who's, I don't need anybody, I'm good by myself, and I'm just going to continue to focus on raising my 2 children, putting all my energy and focus on being a good mom, running my own business, starting my own business, and just working and just doing, achieving and doing, and then studying 20 certifications and qualifications, reading all the books, doing the podcast, so I can not have time for anyone else. I'm not going to even risk it. I'm not going to invite anybody into this perfect, safe bubble now. But over time, what is good at the start, because it was really a useful time of saying, I don't actually want to date anybody. I'm going to really focus on myself, my children, my business, and everything. That actually helped me to the point where I really turned inwards. So it was good at that time, because it gave me the space and the time to actually fall in love with myself, to explore my own body in ways I would have never ever done before. I actually took the responsibility of my own happiness, my own love, my own safety, my own pleasure, and really tuned inwards and learned to spend time with myself. And I have so deeply fallen in love with myself, my body, my pleasure, my happiness, and really started to enjoy myself. So the not dating at first felt empowering. And as I said, there is a season for it. But eventually, when you look at it long term, you actually start to risk that this avoidance of, I'm just not going to date, I'm just not going to get into a relationship, actually is fear. Fear of getting hurt again, fear of maybe I'm not lovable, fear of maybe I don't deserve love and pleasure and all of that. Those armors, those walls that we are putting up, eventually they actually prevent us. They stop us from experiencing deeper intimacy, deeper pleasure, softness, healthy love, self-expression, joy. When you stop yourself from getting hurt, experiencing pain, you also stop yourself from experiencing your full potential in regards to pleasure, in regards to love and joy. It is a whole spectrum. And if you prevent and block yourself on one thing, you're actually also preventing and stopping yourself from experiencing the good thing. Eventually, I hit a part in my journey where I realized I would love to open up for love again, but I feel something is blocking me, because then I realized I think there's fear underneath of getting hurt again. My inner feminine, she actually took a step back, because I was very much in my masculine energy of, like I said, the hyper functioning, hyper doing, lots of doing, protecting, very much that straightforward, because my feminine, that softer and receiving, she didn't feel safe enough to actually come out and play and embrace herself. And I had a few coaching sessions at that time, because I knew something is preventing me of experiencing love, and I would actually really experiencing healthy, secured love. I feel ready for it. And that is important, because there is a part where after that armor, where that is necessary to fall in love with yourself more deeply and create that safety from within, where you then hit that point where you are ready to actually transmute those blockages into pleasure, to transmute, to alchemize it, so that you can open yourself up to experience love, pleasure, wealth, everything that you really truly desire, and also be in a nervous system state that is safe to not just receive it, but also to hold it. When I went deeper within my coaching sessions, I realized, because we had a conversation with my inner masculine and inner feminine, we realized that my feminine was actually afraid of being taken advantage of again, of being hurt again, of experiencing pain. And through that, I actually realized that I am giving this person or these people who have hurt me still the power of controlling my life. Because now I can't experience the full potential of love and pleasure because I'm afraid of getting hurt again. So I'm actually giving that hurt, that pain, still the power, still the control. It is still winning. And when I realized that, so much just made click. And for me, that was a moment where I knew I owe it to myself to really tune into those blockages and to alchemize them, to let go of what no longer serves me, and to open myself up to the experience of deeper love and pleasure. And from there, everything started to shift. Now, going out on dates, for example, so much has happened between the time that I actually left the DV marriage to the time now. Patricia now doesn't put up with shit. And that happens when you actually fall in love with yourself more deeply, when you create that trust from within, specifically self-trust. When you learn your body's yeses and nos, when you learn to actually trust and honor your body's yeses and nos, you actually become harder to manipulate. Because this is what we felt like when we meet maybe someone narcissistic and we get love bombed or we get soaked into something. And when you are trusting yourself, have this deeper self-trust, deeper self-love, you become way harder to manipulate because you can see through it. You can feel through it. You notice the red flags earlier. You don't put up with shit anymore. You don't tolerate anything. Because there's a difference in between putting up your walls where you say no one's allowed to come in, and actually being, I trust myself now. And now I know I can open myself up without losing myself. I open my heart, what with boundaries. I only let people in who actually feel aligned with what I truly desire. Trusting yourself changes who you are engaging with. And I've spoken about creating safety from within, your body's yeses and nos, in a previous episode. And this is also part of what we are working with within the Pleasure-Led Woman program, because this is what changed everything for me, knowing I've got myself. That knowing, yes, everything comes with a risk, but that shouldn't stop me from pursuing what I truly desire. Running my own business comes with risk. Being a mother comes with risks. Being in love comes with risk. Moving houses and places. I mean, the whole life comes with risk, but it shouldn't stop us from going what we truly desire. A bad experience is useful information where we can be wiser and stronger, but we shouldn't put up the walls and then prevent ourselves to experience that deeper self-love, that deeper pleasure. Don't let others, don't let that hurt and pain still control your life. You owe it to yourself to create that safety from within, to be able to open up for deeper love, deeper pleasure, and all the things that make life so beautiful. You can hear I am very passionate about this topic, specifically also because I'm reading in Facebook groups and I hear it all the time and everywhere around me of women, how they are now saying, oh, I haven't been dating anyone for 8 years. I've been a celibate for 10 years. I don't think I will ever, go and interact with a man again. Who needs a man now anyway? And it just really saddens me because you are stopping yourself from experiencing so much love and pleasure. You are limiting your potential. There is more out there. And this is why I am so passionate about what I do. The way I work with women to create that safety from within, to help them fall in love more deeply. Because when you are in deep love with yourself, when you have created that self-trust, then you are going into life so differently. Like I said, you will be so hard to be manipulated. You are having that deeper connection to self that you don't put up with other shit that is not aligned with you. And this is also why this is part of the Pleasure-Lit Woman program. That is part of rewiring your nervous system. That is part of the alchemy process where we are transmuting those pains, those blockages into pleasure. So you become the pleasure woman, feeling radiant, regulated, and deliciously turned on by yourself and life itself. From that state on, you're going to engage and choose so differently who you're actually spending your life and time with. And that's my mission. That's my mission, my purpose, helping you because I know how important that is. You deserve it. You are lovable. You deserve to experience healthy, secured love. You deserve to be treated like a queen. You deserve to experience how it feels like to receive that deep love from someone. You are lovable. Don't let anyone else stop you from that. You owe it to yourself to experience the whole spectrum, the full potential. And I will help you to expand that capacity so you can receive and hold more of life. Now, if all of this sparked something inside of you, this is your invitation to join us within the Pleasure-Lit Woman program. That is my 8-week group program where we're using the somatic pleasure alchemy to rewire your nervous system so you can start to open up to receive and hold love and pleasure. You are also more than welcome to join the Pleasure-Lit Circle, which is my online community membership for women where we meet weekly for live calls, their resources in their masterclasses, guides, beautiful space to be in so you don't have to walk this journey, this path alone. For more details on how to join it all, go to pleasurelit.com. I would love to hear from you. If anything has resonated with you from this episode, leave us a comment down below. You can also access my free workshop at pleasurelit.com/links. When you've liked this episode, make sure you follow and subscribe to the channel, give it a 5-star rating, and also share it along so we can spread more pleasure into this world. Sending you lots of love and pleasure. Mwah.